Okay, so CameronF305, after plenty of months of not giving us a video, Cameron, on one hand, fuck you. How dare you not give us a new video? Second off, I'm happy you're giving us some content to react to. This time it's on a topic that I've actually been, like, fairly passionate about for a couple of years now. It is not really a content cop video, it's more just like a video on Dan Clancy. And during October with the 2025 TwitchCon, I was massively covering that because TwitchCon for the longest time has had a massive sexual misconduct problem from just like tons of weird, socially awkward losers that don't get any social interaction, and so they think that like sexually harassing or sexually assaulting other people is like some form of appropriateness. That's what some of these people really do believe, but yeah, Dan Clancy's done absolutely nothing about it. I know Twitch recently, like, changed their guidelines for TwitchCon to hopefully reduce the chances of this happening. I'm kind of at a point now where I'll believe it when I see it. Like, Twitch was running constant PR about having more security, and then Emeru got sexually assaulted within the first 3 hours. TwitchCon security is a fucking joke. They weren't doing their fucking jobs properly. Like, it's to the point where people have to bring their own security at TwitchCon. That's how bad it is. But yeah, there's a whole video for us to watch on about it, and I'm excited.
Twitch is undoubtedly one of the largest platforms for consuming content on the internet. Since its inception, it has been a big pioneer of community building through live streaming. However, despite its big stake on the cultural zeitgeist, it's unprofitable for its parent company. On top of that, the platform and its leadership have been embroiled in a web of corruption and controversy, which, under the leadership of their current CEO, Dan Clancy, appears inescapable, ultimately causing Twitch to become one of the most controversial platforms on the internet. In today's video, we'll talk about how—
Damn, the production value on this video really went up. Like, Cameron got, like, really big, and, like, the production value has just gone up and up and up. Like, when Cameron makes his next content cop, you think we'll see the production value of that go up too?
How Twitch got in this mess, a history on the company, Dan Clancy's corruption and apparent inappropriate relationships with female creators, and the unfair—
Yeah, some of them are pretty weird and gross. I know that, like, Peach Jars person had, like, a bit of a falling out with Dan Clancy, but she was, like, a huge Dan Clancy defender, and the only time she actually had a problem with Dan Clancy was when something happened to her, and not Dan Clancy not giving a fuck about Emeru being assaulted and downplayed Emeru being assaulted. That's, like, the only time Peach Jars didn't seem to care about Dan Clancy being a fucking weirdo, and then him having, like, hot tub streamers saved in his feed or whatever. It's just, like, I don't know. That was a little bit weird to me. But then you have, like, fucking, like, Dan Clancy, who's in his 60s. Apparently he's, like, going out partying with some fucking 19-year-old girl who— I mean, like, listen, I wouldn't say it's, like, predatory, but it's certainly, like, you can definitely side-eye it and go, yeah, this guy's a weirdo. Like, what are you doing trying to, like, rizz up a fucking 19-year-old girl at a party? Like, I don't know, dude. It's a little weird, for sure. It's uncomfortable. And it is immature, because Dan Clancy's in his 60s. He's also married, by the way, so it's like, that's just like, if you're a father and you're married and you're trying to, like, rizz up a 19-year-old girl, it's like, bro, you're really cheating on your baby mama with a 19-year-old girl? I don't know, dude. It's a little bit weird. A little bit strange behavior. Dan Clancy is definitely a fucking weirdo. He's also a fucking joke running this platform.
Favoritism of the website's most controversial figures. But before we get too ahead of ourselves,
Well, just to be clear, I would say Asmongold is a lot more controversial than Hassan is at this point. But not that Hassan is a good person. I don't like Hassan either, but, like, Asmongold, I would say, is, like, much worse. Asmongold literally downplays Tectone being a rapist and Trump being a pedophile, thinks that Somali people are inherently lower IQ, wants to bring back slavery for some fucking reason, and then says that, like, illegal immigrants are, like, rapist pedophiles that try to destroy us, and that you should crush them, and incites violence onto people, because Asmongold has a huge victim complex and never leaves his home. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy that, like, a lot of people go after Hassan, but I hardly see any criticism for Asmongold these days. Like, a lot of people are just, like, scared to go after him. I guess they're just more terrified of his audience. I don't know.
This video is brought to you by me. Duh. Look, I know it's been a bit, but I've been cooking and I can't do it without you. So if you do enjoy the content, feel free to hit that like, comment, subscribe combo and consider—
What are you, Cameron, a woman? Got him.
becoming a member like Sir Fooples III and all these other people. Or maybe Patreon is something you like? Come on, even 7 pitched in. One last thing, I've been streaming weekly on my second channel, and if you're into that, why not check it out? Let's go! Road to 100K, Logwig, yeah! Hey, I'm back. In March of 2007, Justin Kahn—
Damn, the fucking camera quality went up. Dude, Cameron really upped the production value on his videos. Holy shit, dude. He must have made a lot of money off of his previous content cops. God bless, dude.
Sheer and 2 others launched a website with the idea that anyone could make a live broadcast. Their site Justin TV, started with the founder streaming his daily life 24/7. A humble beginning with the idea that you didn't need millions of dollars in writers to put on a live show. Eventually, Justin TV was almost exclusively populated with channels that focused on streaming gameplay. Because of its prominence, in 2011, Justin TV made the decision to transform the gaming category into its own platform, Twitch TV. Over the years,
Whoa.
Twitch absolutely took over in live streaming, leaving Justin.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch actually once upon a time, in my opinion, like Twitch once upon a time was like kind of okay. And then for a while it was kind of like enforcing its rules in a way that was like kind of bullshit. There was like a lot of double standards on Twitch, but also then later I feel like it sort of got better. And then we had Dan Clancy take over. And then there's the whole sexual misconduct shit happening on TwitchCon, which, I don't know. I mean, at this point it's like Twitch and Kick are probably not so different after all.
TV to be a redundant relic of Twitch's history. Consequently, over the year of our Lord 2014, Twitch Interactive was formed, Justin TV shut down, and Amazon would acquire the company, with Emmett Shear remaining CEO. This era of Twitch was not without its own controversy. In fact, I think the problems at Twitch during this era were foundational to current and persistent issues with the platform. For those
Oh, interesting. I guess it's always had a problem. I don't know. I mean, like, back then it was, like, about gaming, and, like, it seemed like it was picking up. Like, I didn't use it much back then, but it seemed kind of cool at the time. Like, in the 2013 days.
reasons, I'll briefly go over some of the heavy hitters so that we have something to compare with the current era. Also, be sure to send this to your family or your favorite streamer or fucking Asmongold or whatever. Okay, enjoy. Other than a big snafu over a certain banned game I don't think I should name, the early years of the merger were mostly uncontroversial. This
I don't know what banned game you're talking about.
Was until censorship started running rampant in 2018. You see, it began to seem like...
I really don't know what banned game he's talking about. Like, what was a banned game in 2013 or 2014? Was it, like, a Slender game or something? I don't remember. Like, what is the banned game?
Which had a favoritism bias for certain creators. Some creators would frankly get away with things that others wouldn't. For example, in 2019, Alinity, who had become quite the controversial figure, absolutely fucking launched her cat without punishment. Meanwhile, other creators were given harsh punishments for doing the same thing or less. Well, at least nowadays there...
Well, yeah, no, I remember this.
Meanwhile, other creators were given harsh punishments for doing the same thing or less.
Yeah, no, yeah, there was a small streamer who had his catfish. He was trying to show off his catfish on stream, but then he accidentally dropped the catfish, and then Twitch permanently banned him for animal abuse when that wasn't, when it was an accident. Where Alinity intentionally threw her cat, and they didn't do anything because I guess in hindsight, it's probably just because Alinity makes them money. It obviously is some level of a double standard for sure.
Yes. Well, at least nowadays they're remaining consistent on animal abuse.
Kaya, please just fucking go.
You see, Alinity...
Yeah. True, I guess.
Also had a big feud with PewDiePie at the time, where she attempted to arrange the removal of one of his videos.
Stupid Twitch thoughts? No.
Seriously? He just said that? I'm gonna copy strike this guy.
Damn.
Just for that word. Gonna copy strike him. Yo!
I remember the term copy strike was coined by Alinity, even though that wasn't originally the... She was trying to say copyright strike, but now everybody was saying copy strike as like a normal term because of this clip.
Can we copy strike PewDiePie's latest video, like right now?
But on the other hand, you have someone like Gideon, who was banned for years for organized harassment after trolling Pokimane in her chat.
Gideon was...
Well, to be fair, Gideon was legitimately trolling Pokimane. I don't have anything against Gideon as a person, by the way. Like, like, Gideon has been, like, catching preds, and he's been doing, like, sting operations involving police. Like, honestly, like, Gideon, he's doing God's work. Like, God bless Gideon, right? But, like, he was trolling Pokimane. Like, he was basically talking about how they ain't gonna fuck you, you tier 3 subs or whatever, and he was like, I don't know, man. Like, at a certain point, like, he definitely was trolling. But, I mean, they resolved their beef, you know, they met up. I think they met up at, like, a Chick-fil-A or something, and then they, like... Did they do content together at the Chick-fil-A? I don't remember if they did, but I think they're all good in the hood now.
Streaming and told his viewers to go to Pokimane's chat and spam L+ ratio, and he was permanently removed from the platform, calling it a hate brigade. And it's been 8 months now. Gideon's apologized. Him and Pokimane are on good terms, as I understand it, but he is still gone. Yet this girl orders a hot dog extra wiener on stream and only receives a 7-day suspension.
Now, while that ban...
A hot dog wiener on stream? What does that even mean? Is that like code?
That sounds reasonable on its surface. Gideon quickly apologized and made amends with Poki. Twitch refused to unban him for several years until long after he'd moved on from regular content. Well, until recently.
Keep up the good work, man.
Fast forward to 20.
I mean, yeah, no, like, Gideon is catching Preds. I will say, the one thing I don't like about Gideon is his association with Alex Rosen, who is a legitimately racist person. He's just, like, a fucking really gross person. I mean, Alex Rosen, I can't deny that he's gotten Preds off the street. He's not a particularly good person himself, though.
2020, Twitch announced a, quote, big step forward in community safety called the Twitch Safety Advisory Council. What a nothing title. What the fuck does that even mean? Well, the Twitch Safety Advisory Council, which I will be abbreviating to TSAC for the rest of this video, was meant to be a group of Twitch creators and safety experts to advise Twitch on policy updates and, quote, healthy streaming habits. Now, you may still be wondering, what the fuck does that mean? Great question. It seems that the intention for this council is to be a sort of circle jerk of concern trolls. One of the TSAC's founding members was a trans deer lady named Ferociously Steph. She often roleplayed as a deer and was widely—
Oh, yeah, I remember this. This was like a Twitch ambassador who said, like, yeah, I have power and I can ban you or whatever. Like, they went on a bit of a power trip on stream. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember it being very, Oh, yeah, I do remember this person said something about white people. They were criticizing white people, and Asmongold got so upset. He was like, as a white person, I find that offensive. Like, he was getting so mad about it. Damn, I guess Asmongold's always had a victim complex. He just is more comfortable showing it now because we're really in the time period of all victim complexes with MAGA.
disliked in the gaming space after advocating for the removal of voice chat in competitive video games.
Yeah, no, this was obviously, like, very, it was a little bit weird, for sure, that she was, like, doing this on stream. I don't know, man. Like, if you enjoy role-playing as a deer, like, fucking, I don't know, do it offline, I guess. Or maybe they want to make money off of it, whatever. Either way, it's certainly not the content for me.
The only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to have is to not have voice chat, to not have people give up their linguistic profiles. I mean, and maybe you think, you know, if you are a competitive gamer, which a lot of people have been like, Steph, you clearly know nothing about competitive play. Well, competition, by the way, y'all, competition requires you to get every advantage possible. To become the top 0.01% in any video game, you have to squeeze every amount of advantage you can possibly get.
I'm not trying to be an asshole. Stop talking, please. Like, I feel like you're coming across as a, well, actually, person. Like, I'm sorry, like, I get it. You're probably a very smart person. Like, I wouldn't doubt that this deer person is, like, very smart and probably means well. But, like, she's doing too much. Like, you're doing, like, you know, you have to get every advantage possible in this gaming competition. You're like, adding too much. You're trying to sound intellectual on purpose. I don't doubt that you are an intellectual person, but you're trying to show off that intellectualness, and you come across like you're not actually, like, you're pseudo-intellectual, even if you're not. I don't think you're pseudo-intellectual, but that's how you come across to probably other people.
Voice chat is unfair. I said a lot of people...
Voice chat's unfair. Well, that depends. Like, are we talking about voice chat being, in some games it can be. I mean, like, obviously you can't really do anything about it. Dead by Daylight's a good example where there's a massive difference between, like, the Survivor team that is on, like, a Discord call versus, like, solo queue players that have no comms whatsoever. Like, obviously there is going to be a massive difference because one is more coordinated than the other. But, like, there's not really much you can do about that. Like, if you got rid of Discord, people will just go back to Skype, if that's even still a thing. They'll use TeamSpeak or whatever. Or they'll call each other using a fucking phone number if they really have to. That's what I used to do back when I played Minecraft, is when I didn't have access to Skype or Discord in my elementary school days, I just called my friends on the phone number. Good old-fashioned phone number. Had that shit on speakerphone, and then we gamed on Minecraft that way. That was fun. I loved it.
People with cis white male sounding voices are here telling me that voice chat isn't a problem, and that is a fact. Y'all have voices that aren't marginalized coming in and saying, just mute. It's not an issue. Everyone faces harassment. I've heard it all. You're just repeating my several, like, a year ago.
You want to know what's funny about Asmongold getting offended at her bringing up the cis white male part? Is that she didn't even say anything that offensive. She was just like, you are a cis white male person. Like, at most, you could say it's kind of cringe because I don't really think it has much to do pertaining the conversation. So you could definitely criticize the statement. But, like, Asmongold was like, this is offensive. Like, okay, dude, you're not actually outraged by this. Like, you're fucking, like, you're obviously playing it up for your audience and you're being performative for your audience. But yeah, no, it's like a little bit like cringe to bring that up, especially considering they don't really have much to do. You're speaking over marginalized communities. I don't know. Being trans is not just something it's not a card you can pull out when it's convenient, right? Like, yes, are you a marginalized community? Absolutely. There are people that fucking hate trans people out there, absolutely. But you don't get to just pull it out when it's convenient. Sorry, that's just not how it works. Like, we gotta actually meet the argument where it's at.
Everyone faces harassment. I've heard it all. You're just repeating my several, like a year ago. Stay mad, haters. I'm right. It's really not.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're... I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that, like, this deer person probably is, like, actually, they're a little bit, I guess, upset at it. Like, they're saying stay mad. Like, I feel like if you weren't upset at it, you wouldn't be addressing it this much.
That I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists.
That's okay. At that point, you're doing too much. You gamers are white supremacists. You're doing too much. Like, keep in mind, by the way, this was during COVID of 2020. Now, if Deer said this nowadays, I wouldn't doubt it. Like, white supremacy has been becoming more and more acceptable recently, with a lot of right-wingers running around. You have, like, fucking Tectone having the N-word in his thumbnail. You have Asmongold, who aligns himself with Sam Hyde and Nick Fuentes, and then fucking says that Somalian people inherently have a lower IQ than a white person or an American person does, which is an incredibly racist thing to say.
Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel.
A fact of how I feel. Damn! Got him!
Almost immediately.
Yeah, obviously that deer person, a little bit cringe, for sure.
Immediately after her introduction to the TSAC, she went on a literal power trip over her role and threatened to abuse her influence and moderation power against critics.
Definitely not the way to respond to criticism. That's like one of the worst things you can do, because you're giving people tons of fuel to make content with. They definitely, like, optically, Deer was not doing themselves any favors here.
You better watch out, because I'm pretty cool, and you can't get rid of me. Twitch is endorsing me, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm not trying to be mean. How did this person get popular anyways? It's just like, I'm trying not to be mean. I really am not. But it's like, this person just doesn't seem like, they just don't seem that interesting. Like, she doesn't seem that interesting. I don't particularly find her that funny. Maybe she is pseudo-intellectual. She probably is, like, some degree smart, but, like, she comes across like a pseudo-intellectual, like a bit of a show-off. I don't know. It's a little bit obnoxious.
So, I'm just gonna dance to your sad tears. I'm just gonna...
Alright, a little bit of rage bait, I guess.
Drink your...
It is what it is.
Tears.
I don't know why you want to drink my tears. That's a little weird. You want to taste all that salt?
And I'm not
down your throat?
Going anywhere. I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, you know, there are some people that should be afraid of me, and that they are, because I represent moderation and diversity, and I'm gonna come for hurtful, harmful people. If you're a really shitty person, I'm gonna stand up against you. Period.
Okay. I mean, definitely not a good way to make yourself look optically. I feel like you could have just, like, kept quiet. If you really wanted something to do with banning people, you could have just done it quietly, handled it, and moved on. Like, I feel like this person is, like, really bad with their optics. I'm just trying to, like, wonder what the appeal is for someone like Deer. I like, why do people watch Deer? Like, what is entertaining about them? Maybe I don't get it. Maybe there's something about them that's more interesting. Because these are clips that went viral on Twitter and, like, all over the drama scene during COVID. COVID was a weird time. So, like, for all I know, Deer, outside of these clips, could actually be, like, a solid content creator. Because all we've seen of them are just these clips. But, you know, how clips circulate are some level of representation, and this is kind of how they wanted to represent themselves. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot you can criticize, for sure.
And, Twitch is endorsing me to do that, so...
Following this hoopla, after attempting to clarify that the TSAC weren't Twitch employees, Twitch PR swept this under the rug while it operated quietly without any change.
Oh, Ferociously Steph. Oh, I thought their name was, like, Deer or something. They called her Deer, I guess.
Was until...
I didn't even know that her name was Ferociously Steph.
2023 when the TSAC announced 2 new members, and then the program was terminated in 2024. As it turns out, these people were getting paid between $10,000 and $20,000 a year. Funnily enough, the termination was how I found out the program still even existed. I had charitably assumed that Twitch saw the error in their ways all that time ago, but now these shitty policy decisions all this time later make a lot more sense. Moving back to 2020, the simp meme took off, making fun of parasocial audience members who believed they had a chance with their favorite female streamer.
Ah, yeah, the simp meme. This is what got... On my old Twitter account, on my old Dr. Evil Bad Rex account, this is the whole simp meme in 2020 is what got Pokimane to block me on Twitter. Yeah, I definitely had a lot more of a hate boner for Pokimane back in the day. I thought she was very cringe and hypocritical and shit. For sure. For sure. Definitely, she pissed me off a lot back in the day. Do I hate her as much now? No. I feel like nowadays Pokimane is kind of just like low-hanging fruit. A lot of people go after her because she's not married in her 30s, and I'm just like, okay. Let her live her life, I guess. Like, there are a lot of dumb criticisms of Pokimane that people give, but there are also some, like, valid criticisms. Like, to me, Pokimane is just, like, an out-of-touch millionaire. Like, she gives takes about, you know, go after the rich, or whatever. Like, the rich are... We live in such a greedy capitalist society while she's, like, a millionaire. Like, Pokimane's very out of touch. And she, like, clearly... I don't think she's ever going to live, like, a normal life of struggle ever again. Not to say that she can't struggle mentally. Like, obviously, like, money can, like, you could still have poor mental health, even if you have a lot of money. But, like, her speaking up about, like, you know, greedy capitalist society while you're a million... Like, stop it. All right? Like, come on. Like, a little bit, like, lack of self-awareness moment, for sure. But I don't think Pokimane is, like, the worst person ever anymore. I've definitely lightened up and realized, yeah, there's a lot worse people out there than Pokimane is.
Also, it made fun of someone.
Nowadays, I look back at me getting blocked by Pokimane, I'm like, damn, maybe this wasn't worth it. It is what it is, I guess.
Else, but we'll talk about him pretty soon. Instead of simply ignoring this unhealthy behavior like most businesses would, Twitch banned terms like simp, incel, and virgin in any negative context. You gotta make sure...
Damn! This is sad.
Sure the parasocial behavior is all intact. You can't make fun of the unhealthy virgin incel simps.
Well, I mean, it is their platform. I guess they can use it however they want. Although it is, you could technically argue it's a bit of a... It might be a little bit harsh because some person could use the term incel just like to in the context of like actual legitimate like incels, like Asmongold's audience, for example, or Chibi Reviews' audience, or Tectone's audience.
Then, in 2021, Twitch saw an ocean of hate raids, which they failed to take any action for, and they banned the sitting president for off-platform behavior. Also in 2021 was the whole hot tub meta. Since the dawn of Twitch history, there has always been inconsistency in how suggestive content was treated. This was until Twitch finally cracked down in 2021, causing...
Well, didn't fucking Morgpie find, like, a loophole where she was playing Fortnite and her underwear was, like, green, and she was using her, like, underwear as, like, a makeshift green screen, and, like, she had the camera on her for the gameplay. It was kind of funny when you think about it. It was, like, very comical, but, I don't know, nothing really, obviously, like, Twitch is like, yes, this is a huge problem, we're working on a way to fix it. I don't know, I don't particularly care that much. It doesn't really affect me.
Amaranth to find a loophole by streaming in a hot tub. Instead of fixing this loophole, Twitch made it a category. Softcore porn is legal.
Hell yeah. I mean, we all like that. I like that's kind of a win for us, if anything. You know, the Twitch streamers get to make money doing it. Guys are happy about it. Lesbians are happy. We're all happy at the end of the day. It's a fun economy this time around.
Now, all of the controversy previously listed only scratches the surface. There's a lot more, but that's to be expected with most companies. However, 2022 is particularly hectic for Twitch, so much so that GameRant made a whole article about every Twitch controversy in 2022. And
oh boy.
in late 2022,
if you think 2022 is bad, they've gotten worse. They, like, actual sexual assault happens at TwitchCon for years. That's, to me, is what really upsets me. And, like, the fact that Dan Clancy obviously does not care about protecting women on their platform whatsoever. Like, Twitch is supposed to be like a tight-knit community that cares about women on their platform, but Dan Clancy can't even fucking seem to promise the safety of women on their platform.
22. Then president of Twitch, Dan Clancy, announced a change in creator revenue split. For context, many creators had a contract for a better sub split. Twitch was proposing to change the split to 50-50, which they did end up doing for new partners and affiliates, plus everyone else after $100,000 in sub revenue.
And for a long time, I, as well as pretty much everyone else on the platform, has always said that the revenue split across the entire platform should be a flat 70-30 for all creators of all sizes, to match YouTube at the very least. YouTube is 70-30 for all their streamers. 70% to streamers, 30% to YouTube. But Twitch, that deal is only reserved for the select few partners that get that. Everyone else is 50-50. They explain that they'll no longer be offering the 70-30 contracts to any streamers, as well as mentioning the alteration to existing 70-30 premiums.
Damn! This is sad. This is a sad time period for sure.
So creators that are already used to the 70-30 deals will maintain 70-30 up to 100 grand, and after 100 grand, it then goes to 50-50. So instead of bringing all creators up to 70-30, they bring everyone down to 50-50. How can you be this out of touch? It's mind-blowing.
Now, with such a huge
Oh, you'd be surprised. A lot of people on Twitch are very out of touch. It's an echo chamber there.
controversy surrounding a, frankly, anti-creator policy proposal, surely you want to rectify that with your community,
Nick Shirley.
right? Well, in March of 2023, founding member Emmett Shear stepped down from his role as CEO for stated family reasons. And his final act as CEO, the thing to rectify the errors of the previous months, was to have the guy who proposed those shitty policy changes replace him as CEO.
Oof! Damn!
What a guy.
Yeah, the guy who's got like hot tub streamers in his feed, and he's got like a bunch of OnlyFans models. Dude, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, Dan Clancy actually has like a porn addiction. I wouldn't fucking doubt it at all. Bro is like married. I'm pretty sure Dan Clancy has a kid, and dude's got a porn addiction. That's crazy.
Coming,
Is the wife not good enough for you?
Dan Clancy. Hi, I'm Dan Clancy, the
Whoa! This is a 10 out of 10 Dan Clancy cosplay.
CEO of Twitch. Suppose you'd like to goon with me.
Alright, our favorite topic. We get to shit on Dan Clancy. Hell yeah. I fucking... Fuck this guy. This guy's such a loser.
Clancy is a businessman and the current metrosexual
Businessman, in quotes.
CEO of Twitch. Now, despite what you may think, this isn't some inexperienced buffoon. He's got a PhD in AI and worked at NASA before joining Twitch in 2019.
Bro, those are some good fucking jobs. Why throw that away for a bunch of, like... Dude, are the hot tub streamers that worth it? Are the OnlyFans models that worth it? It's just like fucking like the semen demon stuff that worth it? Is all of it really worth it, man? Dude, holy fuck, testosterone is just testosterone is a extreme hormone.
Many have described him as more product-focused than creator-focused. One of his former NASA colleagues even described him as a smart visionary.
Bro, Dan Clancy has more testosterone than clavicular.
And
That's not much of a bar to set, though.
I once described a shit I took as a masterpiece. But outside of work, our pal Dan is actually a nice family man with a wife and daughters.
Dude, and he's got the bro, you threw away your family for porn? For porn? I guess he's still technically with his family because he's got kids, and when you get married, it's I don't know. From what I notice, when you get married and you've been together for a while and you have kids, it becomes less about the marriage and more about taking care of the kids. Especially, like, divorce, putting kids through divorce if the marriage is not going well. Not fun for the kids. I don't think so.
He's also a huge fucking gooner. Okay,
Yeah.
now you could say
I wonder what Dan Clancy's kids think of their dad being a big gooner. That's got to be a little bit uncomfortable. Surely they know, right? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't really particularly care about what their dad does.
one about that. Whatever. Some people have their vices. That's fine. But the creep factor comes in with his alleged and implied behavior around female creators. You know, the same creators who he is the boss of. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Why am I talking about Dan Clancy? Well, Dan has been an explosive failure as CEO. As of 2026, Twitch has low forecasts, with streamers talking about leaving the platform and audience numbers dwindling. He also oversaw an advertiser exodus due to anti-Semitic content, and is a huge fan of Hassan Piker.
Oh, dude. Don't even get me started. At 2024 TwitchCon, you had, like, Denims and Frogan. They did, like, a fucking tier list, and they had, like, the Love Sabra tier, which is now, like, an inside joke in Alex the Fiction's community, which I think is kind of funny. But, like, the way Frogan and Denims did it, like, that was, like, unironically just an anti-Semitic dog whistle, and there's just no other interpretation. Like, that was what that was. Like, you can't hide behind the fact that, oh, there's, like, anti-Semitic panic from the Israel-Palestine shit. No, they were trying to be anti-Semitic. And luckily, I think Twitch did ban everybody involved for a month, so they did eventually do something about it, but only because advertisers were pulling out. And not because they actually care. And then Hassan Parker, of course, is, like, blaming people like Asmongold or other people for, like, getting these Twitch streamers. But it's, like, it's never Hassan Parker any of their fault. Like, Hassan always has to blame everything on something that isn't him. Like, his ego is too fucking high.
Seems to get away with a lot more TOS violations than your average Joseph. Oh, and other than being a weird dude and bad CEO, he also does DJ streams on Twitch. He's musically gifted. He's a musical people. Those guys are always kind of...
Bro, I've always wanted to DJ. Someday. I wanted to fucking DJ for a stream someday. Probably not on Twitch, though. I've thought about making a second channel someday for, like, music stuff, because I do want to get into music. When I get, like, really, really good at music, I'll do, like, a second Iconosmith channel for, like, music or something. It'll be, like, a side thing. Obviously, I would still post on this channel, but I feel like it would be, like, a neat little thing that I could do. It's like a secondary channel.
Weird, huh? But y'all want the juicy stuff, so let's talk about his weird behavior with female streamers.
Yeah, I kissed the wall, just not that wall.
Hands around your dick with a kung fu grip, stroking back and forth to my little pole.
Where do I even begin? For starters, he used his main online username for his porn accounts, those of which have been archived, and for...
Twitch CEO Dan Clancy was caught actively using multiple porn websites, even favoring his porn. Oh, Mia Malcolm, no! Mia Malcolm, I know who that is. Don't ask how I know who that is. I saw her play Dead by Daylight once. She wasn't the greatest at it, I gotta be honest, but, I respect for trying it, I guess.
Obvious reasons.
Maybe one day I'll get back into the game. I'd probably play on a non-mode, though, just because fuck that community, but still.
I can't show that here, but Dan Clancy is a gooner through and through. And he's seemingly kind of shameless about it. But hey, that's his personal shit, right? If he likes jorking it to some porn, that's fine, I guess. I didn't need to know that. That's his personal business, but hey, he's free to goon. What makes it much stranger, to me at least, is the type of content that he consumes on his own platform. I'm sure you've all seen the clips.
Swipe this way.
Oh, yeah, no, he showed his own feed, and it was a bunch of hot tub streamers and OnlyFans model. Dude, this guy is so weird. Oh, my God, this guy is so pathetic.
Okay, now you're seeing clips.
Like, listen, it's fine if you like gooning material. I just think it's fucking pathetic because you're married. I don't know, man. Like, you're a grown-ass fucking dude and you're married. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, like, so weird. And not to mention, like, all the, like, fucking downplaying of sexual assault and sexual misconduct at your events. Like, fuck off. Like, I just don't have any charity for Dan Clancy. He's just, I don't particularly think he's a good person.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily out. And now you have a clips feed. Okay? Mm-hmm. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what...
Dude, they're all women.
You missed yesterday.
Bro, this woman's also a fucking porn star. I could just tell by the way I'm looking at her profile picture. I'm sorry. Like, maybe I just have, like, a sixth sense to, being able to tell when a woman is, like, goon baiting. Like, I have it.
You clicked it.
It goes off.
There.
I'm not stupid.
And now you're in your stories feed.
Whoa. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay.
This is so funny! Oh my god!
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's also...
Well,
no alt account, no...
Now y'all know.
Nothing, he's just going for it. To be fair, I do think he is the target demographic. Interestingly enough, one of his early changes as CEO, after receiving some backlash from some suggestive female streamers who got banned, was to allow, quote, artistic nudity. You may be wondering what counted as artistic nudity. Well, you could stream nude as long as no nipples or private parts were visible. Twerking and pole dancing were also permitted as long as it wasn't in a strip club.
I will say, even I fucking hate Tectone, but like when he went naked on stream and he like fucking censored himself, I gotta admit, like that was kind of funny. I can't believe I'm actually fucking giving Tectone credit on something, but it's like when he was like he went naked, he like censored his body and he was like fucking jerking off on stream. It was like, okay, I mean, that's one way to, I guess, get under that technicality on stream. I thought that was, like, kind of funny. Because technically, by Twitch's own logic, that is allowed. By their own rules. Hate that I'm giving Tectone credit, because he's an utter, disgusting piece of shit.
As you can probably imagine, this immediately went too far, and these changes were reversed. He almost got away with it too. Now, I previously made comments about his alleged inappropriate connection with female streamers. And it's not just that he got caught with them on his feed, but he also likes to hang out with them in private.
Wait, there's Dan Clancy. Show me Dan Clancy again.
No.
Tell Dan Clancy we said what's up.
There's no way.
Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him. Wait, Dan. Wait, Dan Clancy.
Show Daniel Clancy.
Wait, Dan.
Dude, I literally just saw Dan Clancy. On my soul, I did.
Is that fucking Action Man? Bro, what is Action Man doing in the fucking trailer?
Happened a few times, actually, including at TwitchCon 2025.
Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights with young girls around.
Well, okay, so when he says young girls, like, he's not with underage people. Like, he's with a 19-year-old girl. I think it's immature and very... Some could say it's creepy. I wouldn't... That's fine. You could say it's creepy and weird. I would likely agree with you, actually. But, like, people are kind of, like, attaching this, like, Predator label onto him. And Predator is, like, a very strong label. I think that's a little bit... I feel like you're doing too much if you call him a Predator for that. He is certainly a fucking weirdo. Like, that's for sure. Like, it's certainly, like... I don't know, man. Like, surely you can attract women, like, older, right? I don't know.
Which
it's just immature.
Whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But, like, it just felt like this con felt so fucking weird, man.
Oh, the 2025 TwitchCon. Yeah, 2025 TwitchCon was a fucking disaster. It's fucking insane to me because, like, you have people on Twitch who, like, call out predatory and bad behavior and they virtue signal about it endlessly. But then I noticed, like, people were very silent in regards to, like, the whole sexual misconducts happening at TwitchCon, like Emru getting assaulted. Like, people just didn't seem to give a fuck about remaining consistent at all when it fit their narrative. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, TwitchCon was great. TwitchCon was lovely. We loved TwitchCon. It was like a complete fucking whitewashing of TwitchCon 2025 to sweep for Twitch and sweep for Dan Clancy. Typical going against our own beliefs when it's something we like. You know, that's just very typical of a lot of these fake people.
President, he's hit the second thought Twitch is under attack.
Dan Clancy, I got like a little section at the corner of the club.
Oh yeah, I've watched this clip. Fucking Peach Jars is like so weird because like I remember this clip happened after Emru was sexually assaulted. Like what? You didn't think Dan Clancy downplaying Emru getting sexually assaulted and actually like I would go as far as to say Dan Clancy fucking blamed Emru for getting sexually assaulted. Like, he assigned blame onto her, essentially. And, like, she didn't seem to care about that. She only cared when Dan Clancy went after her. It's like, okay. Like, to me, that kind of strikes me as a bit of a... Like, Peach Jars is kind of a self-centered person. That's what that strikes to me as.
And Amy left her award on the table, so I grabbed the award. I'm taking selfies with it, and Mordecai's sitting next to me. I'm like, put your tits in this. So she like has her tits on my shoulder, and she's like holding them up. I'm holding the award, taking these selfies, posted one on Instagram. And Dan Clancy is just staring right at us, just going,
oh my god. Peach Jars, you're supposed to be in Twitch communities which are progressive, and you got a fucking Starbucks cup. Girl, you support Israel. Guys, sicker! Purity tester! Get her out of here! Get her out! I'm just kidding. I don't care that she gets Starbucks, honestly. I don't really... I don't give a shit. It's like, I don't know. People are so fucking weird about that shit. It's like, oh, you don't follow the BDS list? You're a bad person. Okay. Not everybody... One, not everybody's going to be aware of it. Two, like, you can't help... Like, a lot of our money goes to Israel regardless of what we do. Like, regardless of anything. Like, what? You're gonna just say that, like, oh, you can't buy this thing, you can buy this thing. Okay, if you want to be consistent with the BDS list, you would have to stop supporting Amazon and Twitch by proxy, because Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is on the BDS list. You'd have to stop drinking Coke, you'd have to stop using Microsoft PCs. You really don't want to go down this road. If you want to be consistent with this rule, there's tons of shit you would have to stop using.
I have maybe been too much of a Dan Clancy defender in the past. Because I looked at it, I was like, oh my god. I realized in that moment I was not drunk enough. That man should not be anywhere near an after party.
He's at everyone. Now, those more charitable...
No, I mean, you seemed totally fine with him when he was downplaying Emru getting sexually assaulted, and he was totally fine with the sexual misconducts happening at all the previous TwitchCon events.
People in the audience may be thinking, so what? Who cares? Well, what made it creepy, to me at least, was the fact that it's just kind of a running joke that Dan Clancy flirts with these creators.
Dan Clancy is here!
Wait, I'm sorry, did some people boo? Some people booed at the Streamer Awards?
He flirts with these creators.
Dan Clancy is here!
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It seemed like there were more woos, like cheering him on, than boos. I thought I heard a boo.
Which is really nice, because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just
that's a little odd.
like my
I actually do like Cutie Cinderella. I think Cutie Cinderella is, like, fine. She's, I think she means well, generally. I don't think she's, I've definitely criticized, like, her for being a little bit performative in the past, but, you know, she's hardworking. She works hard for the Streamer Awards. She's, God bless, you know? Not that Vanilla Mace person that she hung out with and that tried to purity test her. That Vanilla Mace person is an opportunistic fuck.
real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
Oh, got him. That's a fucking expose and a half.
Sorry.
Now,
I don't think you're sorry. I feel like that's concerning, Cutie Cinderella.
To be clear, most of what I've said about Dan Clancy being creepy admittedly relies on some speculation. However, what I'm about to say is 100% fact. The night Emeru was sexually assaulted while his staff did nothing and the Twitch social media accounts were downplaying and lying about the situation, Dan Clancy was out partying. It's like nothing went wrong.
Yeah, Dan Clancy was, like, out fucking partying with, like, 19-year-old girls and, like, other people. It was fucking insane. Like, he was just like, hell yeah, I love my own event, and then he can't even fucking run security properly. And Twitch failed, like, they tried PR bullshit so many fucking times, and people were getting sick of it, myself included, because this has been a problem for fucking years, and it's upsetting.
It's like nothing happened. And while we're on the topic, I just want to nail in how disgusting—
I hope people don't, like, I hope there's less people going to TwitchCon in 2026 as opposed to in 2025. Because TwitchCon is just, it's a fucking breeding ground of just, like, weird, socially awkward men who haven't seen a fucking pussy or tits in their life, and they just go and they sexually assault and sexually harass other women.
Twitch's behavior was in response to that situation. So, to recap, on October 17th, 2025...
October 7th? On October the 7th, I shocked my dog in a stream, but only in my stream. Sorry.
The opening day of TwitchCon, Emeru was sexually assaulted during a meet and greet by someone who breached the security. Thankfully, Emeru security intervened, but Twitch security did nothing.
Yeah, just imagine if Emeru did. What really fucking pisses me off about this so much is, one, this has been an ongoing issue for fucking years. Like, I've heard stories about it endlessly, just constantly over the years of people just being so fucking weird at TwitchCon. Just constant sexual misconduct. And people just people don't give a fuck. Like, it just seems like nobody gives a fuck. Like, you know, people, like, there's a lot of, like, regulars that, like, call out this behavior, but then when it comes to someone like Emeru, or when it comes to it happening at TwitchCon, like, suddenly now they're quiet because Twitch is a platform they stream on or that they enjoy, and that gets them opportunities. That's interesting. I just don't fucking, like, and also, like, if Emeru had no security, what would have fucking happened? Like, TwitchCon's security was terrible. They were a joke. They couldn't do anything. Like, TwitchCon was constantly plastering, we got more security. We've got, like, police outdoors at TwitchCon. Oh, by the way, 3 hours in, when we started the event, Emeru got sexually assaulted. Oh. Okay. Wow. Didn't last very long.
The attacker fled without detention.
So fucking disgusting. And by the way, this guy who came in, this was Emeru's personal security.
Initially, according to Emmy, the attacker faced only a 30-day ban from Twitch.
God, what a joke. 30-day ban for kissing. Christ.
Which, after backlash, eventually became a permanent ban. The moment was captured and went viral.
Yeah, no, Twitch only made it a perma-ban because they were scared of the fucking backlash and optics. They didn't give a fuck about him sexually assaulting Emeru. They didn't care about that whatsoever.
Online. The following day, Emeru said she didn't feel cared for or protected by Twitch.
Also, they fucked up the law enforcement investigation in regards to Emeru getting assaulted as well. Pretty insane.
Twitch security and wouldn't attend the convention ever again. Twitch's initial statement on the matter was to call the incident completely unacceptable. And then they had the balls to lie to the public by claiming the individual was immediately detained. This was provably false according to those at the convention. So the day after, Dan Clancy took on an interview with none other than Taylor, Don't Believe Your Eyes, Lorenz.
Yeah, don't believe your eyes, because again, you guys would fall for
the most pathetic—
Taylor Lorenz is such a fucking, I hate this girl so much.
Excuse for a journalist.
I reacted to some of her coverage on the Emerald assaulting. Like, she actually, like, Taylor Lorenz was, like, sweeping hard for Dan Clancy. Constantly lying about the security. Taylor Lorenz failed to do basic research on this event because Twitch is a platform that I guess Hassan streams on, and she has, like, boyfriend politics for Hassan. And she has, like, a very weird obsession with him. It's fucking insane how much of a weird obsession Taylor Lorenz has with him.
The boogers in her nose have more journalistic integrity than her. Fucking long COVID. Don't go to fucking Cube.
Dan, thanks so much for chatting with me.
Great to meet you.
Oh, yeah, and also in her Dan Clancy interview, which I didn't react to on the channel. I should have reacted to it because it actually, like, Dan Clancy is such a piece of shit. I should have reacted to it. She interviewed Dan Clancy, and she failed to push back against Dan Clancy in any meaningful way. Like, Dan Clancy was, like, blaming Emru for her own assault, saying that she is responsible for cultivating the community of people that would do something like that to her, which is fucking insane to say. And, like, Taylor Lorenz didn't fucking push back against Dan Clancy, especially since Taylor Lorenz is a woman. You would think that she would sympathize with Emru a little more as a woman. But I guess we gotta give more charity to the weird fucking gooner married person who's a gooner for everybody any time, like, a woman comes, like, within 10 feet of him.
In this interview, Dan Clancy downplayed the sexual assault, calling it a challenge in today's society, quote, not limited to Twitch.
Fucking, you guys can't see, I'm getting so mad listening to it. Like, Dan Clancy pisses me off.
Which is frankly a disgusting way to characterize a sexual assault that occurred under your watch.
We saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
Yeah, so the safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge...
Clearly it wasn't, because your Twitch security didn't fucking do jack shit.
The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society.
The fucking PR answers.
Ultimately, you are responsible.
Bro, did he, like, consult, like, 5 PR teams before he did this interview?
Responsible for what happens at an event you organize.
That's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should, I guess, streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even, like, journalists have had struggled, like, you know.
How did she fuck it up? How did she fuck this up? Like, Taylor, you were so close to actually having a good question there, actually. Like, it started off with, you know, how do you expect Twitch to do this or whatever, or how do you expect Twitch to keep these creators safe? And then you followed it up with reassuring Dan Clancy and being like, oh yeah, this has been such a secure event, don't worry, it's okay. Wow, idiot. You actually almost had, like, a meaningful question you could have asked him there.
It's very secure, but, you know, here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, you know, issues like this have happened?
Right. Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security.
Great.
The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that could present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right?
So Emru puts herself out there in that way, and there are still challenges that we face, or that she faces, for the way that she puts herself out there. I don't know, guys. Sounds like rape apologist rhetoric to me. I don't know.
And so, you know, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them. So I don't want to get into any, you know, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, you know, trying to find them. Right now, we're definitely, you know, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
The statements from the company during this time were extremely...
I actually want to fucking, like, I actually want to fucking throw a giant boulder into a, like, off a cliff or something. Something that's, like, cathartic after watching that, because Jesus fuck, this guy is... I don't even have words for how, like, utterly just, like, victim blamey that was. Just being like, oh, you know, you are responsible for the way that you put yourself out there. Which is, yeah, that's totally an excuse for somebody to sexually assault somebody. Wow, thanks, Dan Clancy. It's your fucking job to prevent something like that because it was your event. Total moron.
Deaf and lacked any responsibility. And then on the following weekend, Emru went live attacking Twitch's horrible response. You know, the lies, how uncooperative they've been in the investigation. They even refused to identify the attacker, supposedly in fear of a lawsuit, until there was an anonymous tip.
They were not cooperating with law enforcement investigations. I found that out on Monday when I got a phone call from the San Diego police, and they were talking to me, and they basically said, hey, we can't really do anything right now because they apparently know the name of the guy, but they're not giving it to us until a warrant goes through.
Emru also spoke on how Twitch had for a while been uncooperative with her previous guard after, you know, he did his job and prevented something similar.
Well, yeah, no, Emru had a previous security guard back in the Las Vegas TwitchCon in 2023, and he got permabanned because he restrained and stopped a sexual assault from happening. And Twitch decided to permanently ban him because they were like, nah, doing your job, restraining somebody who was about to assault Emru? Nah, fuck it, we're just gonna permanently ban you. Wow. Great job, Twitch. Amazing. You guys have such a great track record with this.
Previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker and he held him by the arm until police got there. And because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon. Like from all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas.
Finally, a week after the incident, Twitch and Dan Clancy actually made an apology stating, we failed, both in allowing it to occur and in our response following. We missed.
Dude, it's more PR bullshit. They tried this like so many times with the fucking, whatchamacallit, the security guards saying that we'll have more security at our fucking event. And then they just, like, go on more PR tirades about, like, we failed, we did this, we did... Like, this is just more PR security bullshit. They PR curated, like, damage control multiple times. And, like, they still got backlash, rightfully so. Like, Twitch constantly got community noted for all of their responses. Like, and rightfully so. They deserved it.
Managed our communications about the incident, and that includes the comments I made. I apologize to Emru for all that took place. They also promised a, quote, full safety review and made a little $100,000 donation to violence-preventing charities with the promise of, quote, examining everything for future events. Frankly, that roller coaster of events alone is bad enough. I mean, talk about incompetence. The fact that he wasn't forced to resign is shameful. But it gets worse, because under Dan Clancy, Twitch has been pretty forgiving to disgusting behavior. Need more? Well, let me introduce you to Nina Lynn. Now, don't judge a book by its cover, just listen to her purr.
I never claimed to be the perfect person.
Yeah, Nina Lynn's very stupid. Like, I don't know, I've listened to Nina Lynn talk, and, like, every time I listen to Nina Lynn talk, she's just some, like, Asian person that, like, tries to sound like she's ghetto or she's, like, from the Bronx or something. Like, I don't know. She's just, like, trying too hard.
I never, ever, ever in my life, actually. If anything, if you're not perfect, this way you should be. If you are perfect, I don't know. You might have to go to Assam Gold or some shit, because he's perfect for some reason.
Assam Gold? Assam Gold? Is that his name? Is he talking about Asmongold?
Oh, you might.
I know Asmongold was, like, constantly talking about Nina Lynn, like, and criticizing Nina Lynn, but, like, we know Asmongold doesn't care about sexual assault because he downplays Trump being a pedophile on the Epstein list, and he's still friends with the rapist, lolly defender, Tectone, who, again, lost his guns in Texas for 10 years, and he has a 10-year protective order on him for stalking and raping his ex-girlfriend Pink Chu. Asmongold doesn't seem to care about that. He said he knew... Asmongold even went as far as to say he knew more behind the scenes. And if he knew more behind the scenes and still remained friends with him and was still loyal, that makes Asmongold a rapist apologist. Asmongold is totally fine with rape. So when Asmongold talks about the Nina Lynn situation, understand, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he doesn't actually care about it.
To go to some other, what's the name?
It's like, Asmongold is a virtue signaler, first and foremost, on, like, everything that he talks about.
Not important. They're not here anymore.
Wazowski.
Ooh, feisty little thing. During a May 2024 stream, Nina Lynn and another streamer named Zoe Spencer were with a dude named Saeed. While live,
Yeah, this situation was rough. I do remember, like, Nina Lynn, like, this was, like, a form of sexual assault, for sure. And, yeah, this was rough. Definitely. I remember covering this. I didn't cover it at first, but then I saw, like, Moist Critical made a video on it. And I was like, okay, I'll watch his coverage on it. It seemed like, yeah.
And restrained.
It was pretty bad.
Saeed, while the other twerked and grinded on him. For obvious reasons, I can't show this on YouTube, but Saeed was visibly uncomfortable and tried pulling away multiple times.
Oh my God, Saeed, I'm here. I got you. Come here. I'm showing you. Show me. 23 consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing. He's not saying nothing. He's not even. Oh no.
Now, here's the thing, right? The most charitable interpretation that you could give to Nina is that she obviously was, like, this is not an excuse, by the way, that I'm trying to make up for her, is that, like, she probably wasn't doing it with the intention to, like, traumatize him or whatever. She wasn't trying to do it. Like, she did it because she thought she was being goofy and silly, and they were, like, fucking around or whatever. That's still not an excuse to do what she did, obviously. Like, it's still, like, disgusting. But that's probably the mindset that Nina was under.
I don't think he wants to. Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there.
It was clear he wasn't cool with this before, during, and after it happened.
No, still kidding.
Now they got it.
Take all this off. Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do your shit.
Shortly after, Saeed took to social media saying he felt assaulted. These clips briefly
pretty bad
resurfaced in May of 2025, and Zoe Spencer issued a full apology. Nina Lynn, however, would remain silent until later. Now, fast forward during the Emaru scandal, and these clips resurface again, causing Nina Lynn, Zoe Spencer, and Twitch to face major backlash.
I really do apologize for showing this.
I hate Asmongold so much. He's so boring. He's so fucking boring. He's just like, oh my god, this is a sexual assault that occurred. Like, okay, Asmongold. Because we know Asmongold is such a principled person. Like, he cares so much about morality.
Clip because it is so disgusting. It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you don't care about that. You fucking constantly sweep for Trump being a pedophile.
But I want you guys to really see, and these are the two girls that were in this clip.
This time,
yeah, that's great. What are your thoughts on Trump being a pedophile rapist, Asmongold? Thoughts on that, or do you just not care because you want to suck his dick badly and you want to be like brainlessly pro-Trump on everything regardless of what he does? Again, we know Asmongold doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about sexual assault. He also is still friends with Tectone, who's like an actual rapist.
Lynn and Zoe Spencer were banned for a day. In response, Zoe reiterated her apology, and this time, Nina Lynn went on Rage's stream claiming that it actually wasn't sexual assault.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him and be like, if you definitely felt disrespected as a person, me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably true, that she didn't know that he felt disrespected. Again, I'm still not, like, making excuses for Nina. It's still sexual assault at the end of the day, so it's bad. And again, like, Nina Lynn was probably doing it because she thought she was being goofy. But, like, this is not a smart thing to say. Like, the undertone is that it's Saeed's fault that he did it. And that, you know, like, you feel that way as a man, which I think she's about to say here. She's like, you feel this way as a man? It's like, okay, that to me is the part that really communicates, wow, she's actually just, like, kind of, like, that is, like, victim blaming, essentially, on Saeed.
If you did, I will always apologize. That's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
That's fucking, that is a crazy thing to say, by the way. Like, that is actually just victim blaming.
People commenting like how is he as a man unable to push two girls off of him? Like, he's clearly laughing in the clip. He's not, how the fuck was she supposed to know he was uncomfortable? But they've never, what? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being assaulted. Like, how are you gonna... He was, like, repeatedly saying no in the clip as well. And, like, that is more than a lot of people can do in those situations, you know?
But if that wasn't bad enough, after Saeed made his own response to the situation...
As a person that's literally dealt with sexual assault previously, it has taken a lot, like a large total on my head.
She decided to make jokes about it on her first stream back.
Why you always hitting me? Stop with those... Oh shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sound idea. Sorry, I forgot.
Fucking so stupid. It's like just such an inappropriate joke to make.
Yeah,
like, listen, I've made inappropriate jokes on the channel too, but that is like, girl, you're facing sexual assault allegations, and now you're like saying, oh yeah, you have to sign an NDA. Like, that's, come on, like, that's poor taste.
Be tough, bro. It's gonna come up later. I won't come. Oh, me punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay?
Did you send that in the air or no?
You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you. No. I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
Or 6 months later.
No.
But unfortunately, that's not all. Because shortly after, another clip surfaced of her groping fellow streamer Disguised Toast, who came out about the incident in November of 2025.
Oh yeah, I remember this as well. Again, I genuinely think Nina just probably thinks she's being goofy and stupid. And she is, like, very... she doesn't exactly strike me as a very bright girl, if I'm being honest with you. She's also my age, by the way, if you could believe that. Once I found out Nina Lynn's age, I didn't realize that she was my age. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, again, like, she thinks that she's being goofy, but it's gross. It's so, like... Like, it's like she doesn't realize that she's being uncomfortable. I would go as far as to say Nina Lynn probably shouldn't be a content creator. I feel like she has to be a lot more responsible when she's like being goofy on stream, and she very clearly has shown that she has not been responsible with her platform. Yep. Wow.
Nina! Oh, why?
Now with even more public pressure, not just on Nina, but also on Twitch, some sort of punishment had to have been due. So Twitch responded with a 1-week ban. That brings our total ban length for Nina Lynn publicly sexually assaulting 2 men on their platform to a whopping 8 days. That's the punishment. That's it.
I don't even know what to say. It's generally bad. Yes, and I said sexual assault live on stream is 1-week ban. How is this possible? There's a point where people should be contacting advertisers and Amazon leadership, and I'm pretty sure we're there.
So, Asmongold, what do you think about Trump and Epstein? What do you think about Donald Trump and Epstein? Is it not that big of a deal? Oh, wait, no, we have to take care of Iran's laws first, despite the fact that you have said it's not the U.S.'s job to be interfering with other countries. Huh. That's interesting. So Asmongold can flip-flop whenever he wants to. How much do you want to bet Asmongold? I'm going to get too... Like, you guys may think I'm being too woke. Whatever. You guys can think I'm too woke or whatever. How much do you want to bet Asmongold only cared about this because it was a woman sexually assaulting somebody? How much do you want to bet if it was a guy that was sexually assaulting, he would say fucking, like, fuck all about it? Because he doesn't call out Trump. He doesn't care when Trump is a fucking pedophile, or he doesn't care when Tectone is a fucking rapist. And I would argue Tectone is worse than Nina Lynn, because Tectone is like knowingly, like, he knows what he's doing is wrong. Nina Lynn is just fucking moronic, and like she is still like I would say she's still like kind of a danger to men, and she probably shouldn't be a content creator. But like I would say Tectone is like much worse. Like he is a lot more dangerous. He like the court says he can't own a gun for 10 years because he's a threat to women. I don't know, Asmongold. Those are your top guys. Oh, yeah, and Nuxtaku, who's also a threat to children in his Discord server. You seem to take a liking to him as well. And Nick Fuentes, who says that 15 and 16-year-olds are not that big of a deal. It's not pedophilia, technically. So, yeah, Asmongold, I must ask again, what are your thoughts on all of that? Or are we just going to continue to virtue signal about Nina Lynn bad here?
Other Twitch streamers have been banned for months for far less offenses? Yes. Yeah, ask the CEO of Twitch.
After the ban,
God, what an idiot.
Nina issued a full public apology for her past behavior and comments via Instagram, while maintaining that she never sexually assaulted anyone. I don't know, Nina, what do you call it? Sexual harassment? You're touching someone's private areas in a sexual context without consent.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I like I said, I don't think Nina Lynn should be a content creator. She definitely has to be a lot more responsible with her platform, and she also, like, again, like, she's obviously doing it because she thinks she's being goofy and she's being silly and taboo, but it's, like, it's just gross.
That sounds like assault to me. While we're still on the subject of Nina Lynn, I think it's important to state the amount of backlash Twitch received for having this individual on the platform, especially given their double standard.
Just the idea of her sexual assault is now a joke on her stream. Like, oh, I just can't touch people anymore. I'll have to NDA you, tee-hee-hee. That's crazy to me. That is just crazy. I know she issued an apology statement not long ago, which I think is pretty blatantly obvious, not her words. I think that was farted out through an actual PR firm, because I don't think she is capable of something like that. I'll stop.
Yeah, that's Moist Critical basically saying she's kind of an idiot, which I agree with. She doesn't, again, she's not exactly a very bright woman.
Blabbering here in just a moment, but it is so wild to me how little Twitch did here and how little they seem to care about what's happened on their platform here.
So when she was allegedly caught and then bragged about stealing from a Target,
ain't nobody missing no fucking money, bitch. Calm the fuck down. No Target is not losing no type of fucking money from some states, bitch.
Lose the Bronx accent. Like, we know, like, you cannot convince me otherwise that her Bronx accent is, like, performative for stream in the way that she talks with other people. It's like a facade.
Ass fucking bum ass steaks. I don't give a shit. Hold on. Oh, matter of fact, you want to make a news? I got these from Target too, guys. Look, I got these from Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
Twitch seemingly decided it was finally time to spray some raid on this cockroach by giving her an indefinite ban.
Last ban 1 hour ago. Holy. Get a job, loser.
All was well in the world. Until she was unbanned after 3 weeks.
Where she got
damn, because Dan Clancy couldn't help but goon to his favorite Asian woman.
3-week ban in total.
Damn. Well, I guess we can exclude Dan Clancy on the racism allegations in regards to who he has a hard-on for.
So, I think it's a pretty clear message from Twitch that they don't take crimes like sexual assault or stealing all that seriously. A pretty awesome message to be sending to the community where sexual assault savant Nina Lynn is welcomed back with open arms from Twitch itself, even after unapologetically broadcasting it and then turning the sexual assault event into a joke on her stream.
Not only is it despicable to me that Twitch is constantly willing to excuse this person's behavior, it's also insane that she still managed to benefit from a double standard. That's right. This streamer, Rakai, who mind you is like fucking 17, took flowers from a Walmart to hand to a woman on stream for a bit, I think. I don't know, the kid.
Yeah, dude, honestly, like, Rakai is just like, I don't know why people, like, try to, like, get Rakai in controversy. And, like, I remember Rakai was involved with the Iron Mouse situation. He was just being goofy. Like, he saw that he met a bigger content creator. Him and, Ray, like, what is it, Kai Cenat's, like, Ray or whatever. Like, they both met Iron Mouse, and then Iron Mouse was like, that was very, very uncomfortable. That 17-year-old black kid made me very, very uncomfortable. Even though I wasn't there at the event in person because I can never leave my house. Very uncomfortable. 17-year-old black kids scare the fuck out of me, dude. Like, okay. She didn't say it like that, by the way. I'm joking, obviously. I'm exaggerating. But it's like fucking, like, I don't know. Like, how could you say you're uncomfortable when you're not there in person? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's, like, so dumb.
Fucking retarded.
Like, whoa! I unpaused at a very awkward time. She took what should have been a W and turned it into an L when she met with Rakai. But, like, Rakai is, like, some fucking 17-year-old kid. Who cares? Who cares? Like, obviously, like, he should probably get his shit together as he's entering his adulthood. But, like, again, he's still fairly young, so let him make a couple more mistakes, right?
And I can barely understand him half the time.
No, we should get this about somebody.
Hey, yo, did you pay for that, Rakai? Damn, that's crazy. I wonder, is Rakai a New Yorker, like I am?
Who there? It's it. That's for you. Are you serious? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. God bless you. Did you already pay for them? Yeah. Oh, thank you.
He did not pay for them at all. He didn't pay, no! Alright,
have a good day. God bless you.
Oh, yeah, that's a little... Probably should get a little bit of a ban on Twitch for that, because that is technically shoplifting. Rakai, naughty, naughty.
Bye.
I would never do something like that for alcohol when I was drinking it at 16 or 17. I would never do, like, such a horrible thing, Rakai. It's okay, Rakai. Like, he's still very young, but, like, a very immature thing to do.
He claimed his assistant was meant to return them, but regardless, he shoplifted from Walmart. And despite being apologetic, he was hit with a 31-day ban from Twitch.
That is fucking crazy. That, like, Rakai... 31 days is a little bit insane. I could understand getting banned for, like, maybe 3 days or something. Like, alright, yeah, you deserve, like, a bit of a 3-day ban to be like, hey, Rakai, knock it off. You can't be doing this shit on Twitch. Like, I could understand getting banned. Fucking 1 month ban is extreme. Especially considering Nina Lynn was banned for less amount of time when her crimes are more severe than Rakai's.
Hold on. You're telling me this wretched bitch who publicly sexually assaulted 2 men and bragged about shoplifting gets a few weeks after her 3rd offense in 6 weeks, but this dumb kid gets a full month for doing the same thing without all the extra shitty behavior?
No.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Oh, Cameron, I didn't ban him longer because he was a boy. I banned him longer because he was black.
Okay. Fuck off. No! No!
At this point, how the fuck...
Bad, Cameron. Bad. No.
Can you try to say that there isn't a double standard at Twitch? Like...
Well, yeah, obviously.
What fucking...
I guess Dan Clancy isn't beating the racism allegations. Wow. That's sad. Well, wait, I get it. It's because Dan Clancy's not gay. To our knowledge, he's not gay. He didn't find Rakai hot. So he, I mean, I probably shouldn't make too many jokes about that considering Rakai is 17, but... But, yeah, I guess Dan Clancy is not attracted to underage people. Probably a little bit racist. But, he also, didn't turn Rakai on, I guess.
Hi, it's me, the Joke Police. Originally, there was a joke in here that suggested Nina Lynn may have done something for Dan Clancy in order to get unbanned so easily. However...
Oh. Yeah, I know what you're going with that one.
Apparently that's illegal on Twitch.
Suggesting that a person's channel is only popular or has not been suspended due to sexual favors. Oh, is that actually a, that's actually a rule?
So in order...
I didn't even know that was a rule. Holy shit.
To follow...
It is a bit of a weird comment to make for somebody, but also, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
TOS, we're gonna have to leave that one up to your imagination.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, God bless you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
See, for this to even happen, just...
Alright, Cameron, we know that was a dog whistle. We know what you're doing.
Fucking pure insanity. And besides the double standard, I think there's another pattern forming here. Like I said earlier, Twitch seems to be lenient on certain gross behavior. But if you aren't sold yet, this last example might actually do the trick. On January 22nd, 2026, Twitch streamer and self-described degenerate Lakari exposed himself in one of the most insane displays I've ever seen on the internet. While
yeah, Mr. C-Sam Kari.
Live, he opened...
C-Sam Kari sounds like a... sounds like a fucking rock band.
Notepad to reveal his previously opened tabs containing several links and references to CSEM.
Let me at least add a way to list of champions that I like.
Folder folder couple teens, and there's like tons of links. What an idiot! Oh, what a dumb idiot. Uh-oh.
Fuck. File names and links allegedly included words like jitterbait, lolly, teens, and other references to Club Penguin, bestiality, and incest. Now, instead of ending stream and falling off the face of the earth after this career-ending reveal, EDP Jr. decided to continue streaming while attempting...
Fucking EDP Jr., I swear to God.
...to explain...
Why, is it because they're both bald? It surely isn't because, well, they're both black, right? Surely it wouldn't be because of that.
Actions.
How does it end up there? Okay, let me explain what happened.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, wait, is this actually like fucking chat history from Lakari? Ah, age isn't the issue. It's just oh. Damn.
All right. I was surfing a site. Okay? The shit got downloaded. Like, I didn't trigger a fucking download, just got downloaded. I opened up the fucking text doc.
Well, that do be happening when you go on porn sites, but what porn sites are you going on to that allow you to download this material is my question.
I saw what was in it. I deleted the text document. I deleted it. But the problem with Windows 11 is that even if you delete the text document, it apparently still stays there. So it was still...
Yeah, this would be interesting to listen to, except for the fact that Lakari admitted to it in a Twitter response, saying that he would indefinitely leave the internet as a result of it. So yeah, none of this really matters with that context in mind, huh?
Still there after I deleted it. I told you guys 1,000 times that's what happened.
Only to get
I believe you. Totally.
Found on by his chat and abandoned by his moderator.
Oh, this moderator said, and your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hope that... Wait, his own mods are saying this. I hope that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace. End your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can just laugh off. I hope that this somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's... Oh, yeah, it's the same thing.
Pedophile.
Well, I guess you know who the real one.
Come on in over here. Have a seat. Pedophile.
Why doesn't he turn off the fucking TTS?
Pedophile. You hit r//Sean. Every Redditor in America is going to wake up to the undeniable proof that you're a fucking freak-ass pedophile as vile as you look. Pedo.
I need to talk to you for a minute. I want you to have a seat right there.
I mean, I guess good thing for his entire chat calling him out for it, because holy shit, they shouldn't let that shit go. That's fucking crazy.
I'm Chris Hansen, and I want to ask you some questions. Please have a seat.
The clips went viral the following day, and he issued a response where he apologized for exposing his audience to CSEM, while also claiming to having never consumed the content.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that.
He then finished by stating that he's going to Guna rehab for the next month and will attempt to get better while taking an indefinite hiatus from streaming. Shortly after, Kick and Twitch banned his accounts. And
it's funny that, like, fucking Asmongold and Tectone, like, despite, like, Asmongold was actually, like, saying, you know, hey, you know, you gotta keep that hentai shit on wraps at first. I'm pretty sure Asmongold understood what happened, but then he realized the gravity of the situation and decided not to sweep for him anymore because the proof was already out there. And I guess technically a lot of MAGA is still coping that Trump... There's no evidence, quote-unquote, that Trump is in the Epstein files, despite the fact that he refuses to release them to the public. So there's still technically plausible deniability. And the moment Trump, like, gets exposed... Once we get, like, the smoking gun of every single Epstein file, I hope we do, then Asmongold can will probably just like he can turn around and then be like, oh yeah, I had no idea, even though all this writing was on the wall, and Asmongold was like, yeah, it sucks, I had no idea, and then he can just turn around and like just pretend like he condemns it or whatever.
According to his girlfriend, the kick ban would be indefinite, but the Twitch ban would only be for 7 days.
I know Lakari is banned off of Twitch and Kick. I'm very aware of that. I know his Kick ban is permanent, and his Twitch ban is, I believe, temporary, 7 days.
That's fucking crazy. Damn.
But
I guess Dan Clancy may be minor attracted after all, or at least adjacent to people who like minors.
When he comes back, I will not be streaming with Lakari.
This incredibly lenient punishment from Twitch after an alleged crime took place on their platform sparked immense backlash. Twitch remained quiet on the matter, but many took note of his account remaining banned after 7 days had passed. Did Twitch listen? Of course not. He had his ban lifted after only 34 hard days. For as
hard days.
Insane as Kick can be.
Well, it was pretty hard for the CSAM folders.
In this instance, Twitch looks awful by comparison. Later, while Lakari claimed to be in Gooner.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Twitch and Kick are not so different in terms of how fucked up they are, genuinely. I wouldn't say they're that different. Like, Kick is degenerate for a whole list of different reasons, but Twitch is also pretty fucking bad in regards to, like, not caring about women getting assaulted on their platform, and then, like, sexual assault happening, and seemingly CSAM happening on their platform, because they temporarily banned Lakari.
Rehab, he decided to...
Which is crazy, because they permanently banned Dr. Disrespect. If they permanently banned Dr. Disrespect, why is Lakari only getting a 7-day ban for, like, very similar shit?
Back out to retract the idea that he ever had any illegal material. But it really doesn't change the situation whatsoever. The intent to view or download alleged CSAM is there, and his attempt at getting out of it was pathetic and gross. I guess not in Twitch's eyes. So, there.
Okay, Jesus, fucking disgusting, Cameron. Bro, you can't be swallowing lotion like that.
It seems Twitch has a pattern of leniency when it comes to alleged sexual misconduct, even in the most egregious of cases. But I think there's another pattern that's been showing throughout everything I've talked about. Incompetence. Dan Clancy is a weirdo, but he's also very incompetent.
Yeah, the sky is blue, and...
We've already discussed a few examples of Dan Clancy's incompetence, like the rule changes on nudity and his response to the assault of Emaru, but that only scratches the surface. His major contributions to the Twitch platform include gems like the new sub split, 50-50 for everyone except special snowflakes who get 70-30 for the first 100K in sub revenue per year. After becoming CEO, he did try to slightly walk this change back by still fucking over small creators.
Nah, well, we know Dan Clancy doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna do... I mean, like, to be fair, companies will do what's most profitable for them. But, like, this is embarrassing, especially.
Introducing the Partner Plus program. The more consecutive subscribers you have, the better your...
I remember when they launched the Partner Plus program. It seemed promising. I don't know if it really matters ultimately. I haven't really been on or streamed on Twitch in who knows how long.
Split is. How do you make it to 70-30? Well, you need 300 tier 1 subs for 3 consecutive months. Dan Clancy clearly never considered the effect this would have on Frogan.
We are only 11 subs away from 200, and we are halfway through the month, so that's kind of crazy. Do the math. Mama needs to pay rent. Hello?
Could you stop begging for rent? It's so fucking...
Okay, then you know what? Fine. Give me, you know my Venmo. Send me that shit then.
I'm just like...
Damn, Frogan. Really gotta put clips out there. Fucking react more meaningfully and put clips out there. Here's the thing. I actually think Frogan has the potential to be entertaining, but she's not. She's just, like, very lazy. Like, listen, I do lazy content too, but I try to put in effort every time I react to shit, like pausing and giving... Again, like, Frogan just sits down, reacts to reality TV, and then begs for subs and doesn't give any meaningful commentary. She just eats on stream. And that's not a fat joke, by the way. I'm not trying to make fun of Frogan for being fat. I know a lot of people tend to do that. It's a little bit weird. Because there's other things you can criticize Frogan for.
Keep watching, and I'm like, oh, here she goes again, begging for rent.
Okay, some of us don't. Okay, then pay my fucking rent then. You know my Venmo. Send me that shit.
You know what? You know what you should do? You should move back home and start a new life. What's wrong with you? Are you in a bad mood?
No, I am because of you. I was doing just fucking fine.
Oh, no, I'm...
Typical Frogan, talking shit, people clap back, and then she cries when people clap back. Rules for thee, but not for me.
Kidding, I'm joking. It's just it was a content joke. No, you're gonna call me after stream so we could talk about it like normal people, not on stream?
No, I'm not. I hate when you told me to move back home. Who fucking who?
Another real winner from Dan Clancy was a policy to restrict branded content. Streamers were forced to change the amount of space that sponsor logos could appear on screen. Well, they would have been, but the policy was reversed in 24 hours because everyone hated it. He updated the ads incentive program, which fucking killed the user experience for regular viewers without a subscription. This change was branded as creators get a better revenue split, but that was at the cost of more ads and new ad formats. And while we're on the topic of creators, I wanted to point out this interaction between Twitch's largest creator, Kai Cenat, and Dan Clancy.
I guarantee you it was edited.
It didn't look edited.
Did he tell you what I said?
Yeah, he said you thought it was edited.
No, I'll tell you what I said. Tell you exactly what I said. Miz gave his Mount Rushmore, right? And then he gave like OG. He gave like Soda Poppin' and Wreckable and all these OG. Yeah. And I said, oh, I guess for some people, Mount Rushmore is for the OG.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
Okay, and so if that is your thing, then Kai and Speed are at the top of the heap now.
No, you said, no.
And then, therefore Kai and Speed wouldn't be on. No, I said they're at the top of the heap now, so then Kai and Speed wouldn't be on Mount Rushmore.
You had said, like you only told me that I was Mount Rushmore, so you was in front of me.
Bro, Kai Cenat doesn't even like stream it. Like recently, I'm pretty sure Kai Cenat like quit streaming. Like he does like, he works with a bunch of like clothing brands now. And he like does other shit. I know there was like a bit of a controversy that like Kai Cenat still had like tons of subs trying to like sub to his channel. And like he was still making money off of it. And then Twitch had to implement a new rule. Basically like if you don't stream for like, I think it's like a month or 2 months. If you don't stream in that amount of time, it just cancels all the subs. So you don't keep making money off of it.
Oh no, you saw that. No, I had you on that. I meant the clip.
No, you said to Miz, you said the only reason why you put me on Mount Rushmore is because you was in front of me. Yeah, it's okay, bro.
Okay, I might have said that, but that's just talking to me.
I told John though.
I might have said, but then they I guarantee you I might have said that, but they edited where they said, oh, I wouldn't have him on there. I never said that. Okay,
I seen it, but it's all good.
Now
he's trying to backtrack that very quickly.
On its surface, it looks like Kai is being a bit of an arrogant asshole here. And while
see, I don't know if I really took that interpretation away from that. It just seems like they're sort of like bantering about it.
There's definitely some truth to that. There's important context to this. When Kai was doing one of his big subathons, Dan Clancy was one of his guests. During this time, there was a trend going around where people would make a Mount Rushmore of people in a certain field, like a Mount Rushmore of music or a Mount Rushmore of streamers. When Dan was asked by Kai to make one, Kai, Twitch's top streamer, was included.
Mount Rushmore streamers. Your personal.
Ooh. Mount Rushmore of streamers. So now, because you have to go back in time, right? Okay. So obviously Kai's there, right? And if you're going to Mount Rushmore streamers, obviously, I think
Kai Cenat's there. I mean, if you're talking about Mount Rushmore, you have to have like a bunch of OG like Twitch streamers on there, right?
Ninja.
However, later on, another streamer asked Dan the same question.
Jizzkiff. Oh god.
Where Dan said Kai was only included because he felt pressured to. Just right out in the open.
It probably should be more historical.
Yeah.
In other words, Kai is big now, but arguably it's like, no, he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet.
This is some fucking high school levels of weird pussy behavior from Dan. I'd be kind of pissed too if I were Kai. Dan essentially knocked his top streamer live and admitted to only praising him publicly while he was there. Now,
so fucking crazy. I actually have to listen to that one more time because that is like actually, hold on.
Where Dan said Kai was only included because he felt pressured to. Just right out in the open.
It probably should be more historical.
Yeah.
In other words, Kai is big now, but arguably it's like, no, he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like,
what a fucking, oh my god, what a weasel. Oh, what a fucking weaselly bitch.
And admitted to only.
Oh man, I hate Dan Clancy so much. I fucking hate him.
Praising him publicly while he was there.
Oh my god. And I tried to give Twitch the benefit of the doubt when I was streaming there too. I tried. I thought maybe I overreacted back in the day when I hated Twitch the first time. No, turns out I didn't. I didn't hate them enough, clearly.
There. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a very silly situation. But from a business standpoint, it was completely avoidable. Dan should have either stuck with his original list, or maybe not ranked the creators of his own platform publicly, but most importantly, he should have just not made any remark about his top streamer like that. It shows a level of incompetence that isn't fit for someone being CEO. Now, for a little speed around, Dirty Dan also shut down Twitch in South Korea, archives and VODs became limited to only 100 hours, and, until recently, certain aspects of multi-streaming were strictly prohibited, which ironically aligns with the time his certain Golden Boy streamed on YouTube. Speaking of that...
yeah. Also, the fact that, I think Kick has been rising in popularity. And to be fair, Kick has taken off a lot more than I thought it would. And, like, it is, like, even though I think Kick is a dog shit platform for the shit that it allows, it is a pretty lucrative platform. Like, you can make a lot of fucking money if you get big on Kick. Way more so than Twitch's, money.
Golden Boy, many people have noticed that Hassan Piker gets treated very lightly. So let's talk about the moderation at Twitch and just how fucking corrupt it is. As you probably already know, there are a plethora of examples that I could use here. Twitch has always seemingly had creators that received lighter punishment, but even then, they would often eventually come to take action. However, since Dan took over, this hasn't been the case. Now, to be clear, when I talk about moderation, I'm not defending the people who got punished. A lot of these people are dumbasses who have done some stupid fucking shit. I'm also not necessarily advocating for anyone to be banned. Quite the contrary. I think Twitch should soften the rules, especially for things like debate. But if they're gonna have such harsh rules, they ought to be applied equally. One of the best examples...
Yeah, we know that Twitch is not gonna do that. Twitch doesn't apply rules equally. It's only if Dan Clancy can goon to them enough that he will apply the rules that way. It's dictated by if Dan Clancy gets a hard on to them, not if it's applied equally.
Examples I've seen of this was from Ethan's content nuke. In this case, disgraced political streamer Destiny.
It's one disgraced. Excuse me, little bro. You can't even be disgraced because you're not even graced yet. At 30.
That's fucking crazy. Oh man,
2.8 thousand subs. So let's slow down.
Called a group of
damn, kind of got owned there, Cameron. Not gonna lie, I fucking hate Destiny though. Destiny's like a fucking dog shit person. I'm not a huge fan of him.
People inbred and received a permanent ban.
Your one-on-one voice trans debates lately have gone well. Don't cancel. It's just not worth it. That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like it's too the risk of me like ending up getting like permabanned and my life destroyed because of these like inbred fucking disgusting losers is like it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
Meanwhile, Hassan has repeatedly described a group of people as inbred without punishment.
Every week there was another.
Oh yeah, and also didn't like Hassan say some shit about trans people and black people, but like they don't care because Hassan just makes them a fuck ton of money.
Fucking psychopathic settler. Inbred fucking douchebag, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks
calling us inbred, that we have no culture.
Oh my god, this is Low Over. I remember like Low Overruled got into like a controversy recently, and he or no, not recently. It was like half a year ago, and like it was. I remember it being like kind of stupid. He was like accused of being a sex pest, and like a lot of people just like virtue signaled over it in like some of the dumbest ways possible. That Cavernacle person is a fucking weirdo.
Telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture. Inbred, some of the most inbred fundamentalist hicks, the inbred hicks of Israel, 14-year-old inbred psychopath, inbred ultra-orthodox psychopaths.
Speaking of Destiny, a lot of people have actually called for his death without any punishment.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Can somebody just like, it would just be so easy to just, it was so, like, solve all of our problems. We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and
That's crazy. Well, we love the calls to violence on Twitch. Well, now Asmongold's doing it. Asmongold does the same thing when he celebrates the death of people, and then he says that you should crush the other side, which is a dog whistle to violence. But, yeah, I guess, really it's all about, money, and if Dan Clancy can get a hard on to them. Those are the two important things.
It'll be so easy.
Well, except for Mike from PA.
Anything that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Tucked again, my boy.
Oh, yeah, and to be fair, Mike from PA, he said that Jews were like a demonic ethnicity, which, in my opinion, I think that warrants a permanent ban. That's fucking crazy. To insinuate that Jews are like a constructed and demonic ethnicity, like, that's crazy. Like, that is about as mask off of anti-Semitism as you can get.
So if a guy pays for my cab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
He's just always fucking getting cucked. These next two examples are quite interesting. So, one of Twitch's top streamers at the time, Aiden Ross, had signed a deal with a competitor, Kick, and was shortly thereafter banned from Twitch for, quote, unmoderated hateful conduct in chat. That's right.
I mean, Aiden Ross is kind of a weird... I'm not a particular fan of Aiden Ross. Now, to be fair, like, the one thing I will respect Aiden Ross for is the charity work that he's done. Like, God bless. Like, he's actually done some charity work with, like, Mr. Beast and, like, crew, so... I gotta respect that, even if I don't like Aiden Ross as a person. I'm not a huge fan of some of the antics that he goes off on.
Right? His chat got him banned. On other platforms, if someone types something against TOS in chat, the chatter gets in trouble. But on Twitch, that's all you. iShowSpeed, one of the biggest streamers ever, was banned for 2 years over a rape joke, which, even if it was in bad taste, Where was that energy when Nina Lynn sexually assaulted someone on stream twice? There are plenty more examples I can list. However, nothing compares to the awful moderation and unprecedented favoritism of Hassan Piker. When Hassan blatantly...
can't argue with you there.
...violates the rules, he often gets away with it. But occasionally, when he is punished, it's
interesting now, because, like, Asmongold says all kinds of outrageous shit on Twitch. The only time Asmongold really got banned was his comments about Palestine. He got banned for, like, 2 weeks for, basically dog whistling that Palestinians deserve to die because they had an inferior culture. But Asmongold says so much fucking crazy shit now, and he doesn't get banned for any of it. So it's like, I don't even know if we could use, like, the political bias excuse anymore, because Asmongold is, like, the insane right. I genuinely feel like it's just because Hassan and Asmongold just make Twitch a fuck ton of money. And, like, banning these streamers at all would, like, result in, like, a bit of a financial cripple for Twitch. And so they choose not to ban either of them for that reason.
Usually on his off day, Sunday. That way he can both play victim to his audience while also being completely unaffected. A great example is when Hassan blatantly broke TOS by playing terrorist propaganda videos uncritically, praising them live without any ban.
Oh, you want to see a
pro-Hamas and pro-Houthi propaganda, baby.
The musical? Sure. These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Cam, sorry, I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my food.
I'm so confused. What is this?
Hell yeah, we got the Houthis on screen, baby. Damn, it's kind of a bop. I, CameronF305, do not endorse the display content for the individual's framing of it. The display content is in for... Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
This actually happened several times.
Same text on screen. Yep. Bro, this video's AI. Bro, you're having, like, Americanized, like, soldiers fighting for Palestine? He's drinking Coke from the BDS. He can't stop drinking. Bro, he's watching a video about Palestine, but he can't stop drinking something on the fucking BDS list. Oh, it's so funny. These people are so performative. It's crazy. The performance.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with?
But when Ethan Klein called this out in his content nuke, he got a 30-day ban from Twitch for playing it live.
Oh my god! It got banned for encouraging or glorifying extreme violence.
Whoa.
That's fucking...
Wow.
That's Hassan's content that's on your platform that he didn't get in trouble for.
That is pretty insane. It's pretty crazy that Twitch is not willing to enforce their rules equally. Like, if Ethan was getting banned for that same content, like, listen, it's fine if you want to ban Ethan for playing that content on stream. That's fine if you want to be consistent, but ban Hassan, too, for that as well. Like, be consistent, at the very least.
Holy fuck.
Interesting.
Whoa!
This ban was reversed after a couple of days, but holy shit. It's just so obvious. Now,
maybe Twitch uses, like, AI to detect their shit? I don't fucking know. It's possible.
I would be here all day if I listed them all in detail. So let me go through a bit of a rapid fire.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Wow.
Week banned.
America deserved 5,000 people dying in my home city. Fuck it, dude. I'm saying it. America deserved those 5,000 civilians. Did I say 5 million? I meant 5,000. Still, it's a large number of civilian casualties.
Cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Whoa!
And on Sunday, his off day.
These are 2 previous sieges that Israel implemented on Gaza.
1 day banned. Others got a 7 to 30 day ban or a permanent ban for doing something similar.
Israel dick riders out there, you fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs.
Damn.
You fucking run around.
It's always Israel's fault. It's never Hassan's own fault. Anytime... Bro, if Hassan loses his Slay the Spire 2 run, it's Israel's fault. You heard it here first. Israel is controlling Megacrit.
Going, oh my god, Israel first, Israel first. Why are you tying this back to Palestine? You fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs.
Wow. For 7 very riveting content, Hassan. Thank you for the commentary.
days, but reduced to 3 after appeal. Destiny has been perma-banned for similar rhetoric. Now, here are some instances where he wasn't banned when he broke TOS. Praising terrorist organizations.
We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Attacking a transgender viewer.
My issue as a trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well-versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates. I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day, okay?
Wow.
There you go.
Damn. Hassan going after trans people like that. Like, listen, he says, I hope the rest of your life is as horrible as it is, which is, like, I don't know. I feel like he meant that with some level of transphobic intention. Like, based on the way he communicated that, I don't know. That was very yucky.
You are fucking cancer.
Telling a 33-month subscriber to die.
Dude, never do this, okay? Never do this. Just never do that, okay? Fucking die if you're gonna do that, okay?
Wow.
Okay.
Violent rhetoric.
Kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street.
And abusing his dog. Kaya, please.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
Alleged animal abuse.
I hate capitalism. Unless it benefits me, of course.
Use.
Kaya.
In my fucking multi-million-dollar mansion, and my cars, and my watches, and my fluff pieces, and my muscularness that women can't resist, I suppose.
Please just fucking go, just stop.
And of course, the most recent and blatantly corrupt clip.
15 years out from Iraq, eat my balls. Do you even have your balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up talking about
Jesus Christ.
Islam. You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than any random Muslim ever could be.
Okay.
Dumbass. Shut your bitch ass up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
You. Whatever, bitch. I'll start fucking live streaming on YouTube tomorrow. Suck my dick. No, you're getting clipped.
Well, don't tempt your audience to do that.
By people who keep going.
Don't tempt the people at the Diddy party either to suck your dick either, because then you get into life-ruining territory there, bucko.
Yeah, base. No, we got to give more money to Israel. Those people who are gonna fucking turn around and then now act as though they give a shit about veterans.
Is Israel a hot woman and Hassan just hates her so much and he was like heartbroken by her? She like cheated on him for some other guy who was a bigger multimillionaire in the UAE over Hassan? That's probably what happened more than anything.
Friends, the same people like Asmongold who
terrorist cuckold fetish. Maybe she was a terrorist or something and like Hassan gets off to terrorist propaganda because Israel is a woman. The name of the woman that he missed. And he just like deals with his cuckold fetish by well, he deals with it by condemning Israel a lot and praising terrorists.
Fucking celebrated when that Navy SEAL with his uniform had his fucking arm broken? Really? That's what we're doing? If Twitch can apply this fucking double standard when one veteran is getting their fucking arm broken by an American congressperson for opposing America waging Israel's wars, when Twitch doesn't fucking ban Asmongold for laughing at that and saying, yeah, base, and that he deserved it.
To be fair, Asmongold does deserve to get banned for some of the fucking violent rhetoric that he spreads as well, but again, Twitch is... You can't say Twitch has a political bias anymore. I mean, they probably do, maybe a little bit, but like, if they truly had a political bias, why don't they ban Asmongold, who's making them a fuck ton of money? That's the thing. They're not banning Asmongold anymore for some of the shit he's saying. And again, I really do think it's because Asmongold is a top streamer and he makes them a lot of money. I really think that's what it is the reason why Hassan and Asmongold don't get banned nearly as much.
When Twitch literally doesn't say a single damn thing about that, but then turns around and tries to ban me for this shit, fuck this platform. I will never fucking come back here.
Yeah, he pulled a front.
Damn. He says I'll never come back here, but I'm pretty sure he was back in like a couple days. It's like a whole performative bit, I imagine.
Again.
U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
Now, you could say what you want about what the chatter was saying, but it's important to note, out of all the people he could have picked to chastise publicly, do you think it was unintentional that he picked the Islamophobic one? I don't think so. The best part is he knew he broke TOS, so he threatened that he'd quit the platform if he was banned over it.
When Twitch literally doesn't say a single damn thing about that, but then turns around and tries to ban me for this shit, fuck this platform. I will never fucking come back here.
And I gotta be honest, I won't criticize Hassan for that. He's just taking advantage of Twitch's corrupt moderation. It's ultimately on Twitch to be impartial in applying their rules, and they're not, and he knows that. There are so many more clips that I could show. Some are probably coming to your head right now. but I think you're already well aware. And if you weren't, I think I've made my point well enough. After all, I'd just be continuing to beat a fucking dead horse. My last example...
Cameron, you missed an opportunity to make a joke there. I'd be continuing to beat a dead dog, and then you show a clip of Kaya. Cameron, that would have been perfect. Come on.
For this
miss an opportunity.
Chapter is the very strange ban of Dan Saltman in late 2024. The ban was for, quote, extreme harassment.
Dan Saltman is like a Destiny orbiter, to my understanding, and he's just like kind of a weird debate pervert. I don't know, man.
According to Dan himself, the ban...
I know Dan Saltman is also kind of a Hassan Snarker as well, so...
referenced a clip from January 1st of 2001, years before Twitch or Justin TV even fucking existed. In all reality, the ban seems to be the result of his public crusade against Twitch and the anti-Semitic moderation bias when it came to Hassan Piker. He organized a campaign to email advertisers about Hassan's behavior, criticized Twitch's policy changes, and was heavily critical of Frogan's racial tier list at TwitchCon. This reason is a lot more plausible and fits the behavior we've already seen from Twitch. Man, with all this ballsy behavior from Twitch and Dan, you'd assume they'd have nothing to worry about. They must be rolling in dough. I mean, why fix something that's profitable? Well, Twitch isn't profitable. Not at all. Let's talk about it. Not only is Twitch unprofitable, it's been declining. In 2024, Twitch only generated $1.8 billion in revenue, an 8% decrease from the year prior. Internal documents have called the company a zombie brand, and the losses sit anywhere from $200 to $500 million a year.
I'll be blunt, we aren't profitable at this point. Amazon has been extremely supportive of Twitch, and a big thing for being sustainable over time is ensuring that we don't lose money. And that's a big part of my job because that's going to be what makes sure we can be here for long term.
Well, you certainly are not helping your case in regards to the PR nightmare that was TwitchCon 2025, like losing out on more and more money. And honestly, if Twitch fucking falls, good. Honestly, honestly good. Fuck that platform. And fuck all the people on that platform too. Hot take. Or majority of people. There are some cool peeps on Twitch, but like there's a lot of really fucking... I fucking just hate the communities on Twitch so much.
See, when Amazon acquired Twitch in 2014, the company was already operating at a loss. Companies will often do this despite the loss for various reasons. A good example of this is Microsoft's Xbox. Fun fact, Xbox consoles, even at their height of popularity, were never profitable for Microsoft. However, they had value just by their stake in the market. Similarly, Twitch's value to Amazon is the value of the ecosystem and long-term potential. But just how long is long-term? YouTube was unprofitable for 10 years under Google, but that's no longer the case. YouTube is now a profitable company for Google, and only 10% of that money is from ads. Why isn't Twitch profitable after 11 years under Amazon? How does it stay afloat? Well, to answer the latter, Twitch stays afloat via Amazon subsidies. With Amazon Prime being the main benefactor for Twitch retention, viewers have more incentive to take advantage of their Prime membership and use it outside of Twitch by buying products or watching TV. The problem with that is the Prime subscription is one of Twitch's main losses. Twitch does not gain from Prime subs, only the streamer benefits. So, if you have a Prime sub and don't like Twitch, you should use it on a dormant Twitch channel like mine. To put it bluntly,
Careful, Cameron. They might terminate all those subs. They might terminate your channel for that, Cameron. Be careful.
Twitch's existence relies on Amazon's patience. So with every ad boycott from anti-Semitic behavior to every controversy, Twitch becomes less and less profitable and more of a burden to Amazon. Right now, Twitch's biggest saving grace is the built-in audience it's had for over a decade. Now, you may be wondering, why haven't platforms like YouTube or Kick taken over? Well, this is easy to answer as a creator.
Well, I actually think Kick is like taking off like really, really well, surprisingly. Like Kick is, even though I fucking hate Kick, it is profitable. Like you cannot deny the like revenue generation a lot of the streamers that move to Kick are making. It's pretty insane. And I would say it's like Kick is continuing to grow. And we might see Kick like actually overtake Twitch at some point down the line. I could see it happening. Like, I didn't think it was possible. Like, if you asked me 2 years ago if Kick would overthrow Twitch, I would laugh in your fucking face and be like, not a chance. But, I don't know. 2 years have passed. It seems to be, there might be a conversation to have about it.
Who enjoys streaming. Twitch just has great tools and a great interface. Twitch, by default, has hundreds of emotes and several ways to monetize through bits, subs, and ads. There are lots of community tools like 24-hour live chat, hype trains, VIP roles, and better moderator control. While Kick has tried to match some of these features, it's been slow in doing so. And while YouTube is a great platform to stream on, some of the alternatives to Twitch feel lackluster in implementation. So with all of this in mind, what's going to happen to Twitch? Well, in my opinion, Twitch's future relies on themselves. They have the cards to exist forever, but have been slowly killing themselves through their actions. And with the media finally taking note of the behavior of Twitch's golden boy, it won't be long until that negative attention extends to the company. So basically, if things continue to go the way that they are, Twitch will be a relic of a bygone era within the coming decades.
Post Clancy clarity. You know, I would use that for the thumbnail caption, but I already made that joke about Nux Taku with post Nux clarity. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this time, unfortunately.
So with all of this in mind, do I think Twitch will die? Well, it depends. In our free market, the way that you get the attention of companies is through your dollar value. So if you don't like the product or you want the product to change, you don't generate profit for it. So with that, I'm going to be using up some of Twitch's servers by running this video on my account for the next week or two. If you have a Prime sub that you haven't been using, feel free to use it on my channel. This is probably the best way I feel I can get my message across by using the platform without necessarily financially promoting it. And fuck, who doesn't have an Amazon Prime account? So yeah. Twitch may survive on Amazon's deep pockets for another decade, but with each advertiser exodus, every Hassan scandal, and every tone-deaf apology, they're digging in their butt. But especially, they're digging in their own grave. In conclusion, I don't like Twitch, and I think more people should make fun of Dan Clancy.
Yeah, I agree. Dan Clancy's a piece of shit. Based for running your video on Twitch 24/7, and honestly, if Twitch has a downfall, good. Fuck that platform, honestly.